Hi, good morning, everyone. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. Happy Friday. Whoop. Trying to adjust the angle a little bit, so sorry for the movement there. We've got about another minute to go before class starts. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. I've got my fancy Yoga Buzz glass from a few years ago. Still use it all the time. Weather's starting to get nice out. We had such a warm, beautiful day yesterday. Maybe next week we'll have some outdoor yoga. And maybe you can join me outside on your patio or in your yard as well. Just take your computer, your phone, iPad, tablet, whatever outside, get some fresh air, get some sunshine. All right, right at 8 o'clock. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to, just want to make sure I welcome to some heart openers. Welcome to some Friday morning yoga. And my name's Nikki, for those who haven't met me. Just a little bit about me real quick. I did my yoga teacher training through Yoga Buzz in the first class. I graduated almost 4 years ago, and I've been teaching for Yoga Buzz about 2.5 years. I love teaching for them, wonderful organization. These classes are donation based, so they're free for everyone, but if you can donate, we'd really appreciate it. It goes to paying the teachers for these classes. It also goes to the organization, bringing yoga to everyone, making it accessible to everyone. And once we're able to gather again, we'll have our regular events where we'll all get together in fun, cool places for little pop-up classes. So once the world kind of gets back to how we were, back to normal, please check out the website, the Facebook page for all of our events. Lots of fun times. We are going to get started today in a nice tall seat. And if you have blocks, you can have a couple blocks, water bottles, books, anything for some support. Blankets or pillows make great support for like under your hips and that when we're coming in towards the end. So find a nice tall seat. Knees can be bent, legs long, whatever is comfortable for you. Soften your gaze, close your eyes, and let's just take a few breaths together. I know it's been a crazy couple weeks. Seems like this past week has been a month. For me, I don't know about everyone else, a lot happening. So let's just take this little slice of time to just let it all go, to focus inward a bit. And on your next inhale, you can keep your eyes closed or gaze soft. Reach your fingers up to the sky. Exhale, lean over to the left side. And take a couple breaths here. Imagine each inhale, you're lengthening through the right side of the body, pushing into your hip, reaching with your fingers, stretching everything out along the side of your body. On your next exhale, let your right fingers come down towards your left wrist. And then inhale, come back up to center. Or back up to that stretch. Exhale, fingers to wrist. Inhale, come up. Maybe open up and glance up towards the ceiling a little bit. We have 2 more like that. Exhale, fingers to wrist. Inhale, sweep the fingers up. And 1 more, bring it down. And bring it up. Pause here for an exhale. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale over to the left side, to the right side, my left. Push into your left hip. Reach with your left fingers, lengthening out through the left side of the body, just creating space all along the side of the body. And as you exhale, take your left fingers to your right wrist. Inhale, sweep the fingers back up. Maybe open up a little more, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, sweep the fingers down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it down. We've got 2 more like that. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to sweep down. And 1 more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale here. Rise up. Pause for your exhale. Inhale, come back up through center. Gonna let your hands float down to your legs. They can come to your knees or your thighs. And we're just gonna stretch out the neck a little bit, relax the shoulders. So as you exhale, let your right ear fall to your right shoulder. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, chin comes to chest. Inhale, come back up to neutral. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And back up. And then 1 more time, chin to chest. And come back up to center. All right, we're going to come into tabletop, so you can come forward, roll forward, swing your legs around, whatever works for you. We're just going to take a couple breaths to find this position. Your wrists come under your shoulders, knees under your hips, press into the tops of your feet and into your knuckles. Lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone and pull in your abs, making a nice long spine. As you inhale, let your belly drop to the ground, head and hips rise. Exhale, press down into the earth, arch your back up to the sky. Take about 3 rounds of breath here. Let's go ahead and take a couple more. Cat-cow is really great stretch to get the spine moving and the body warmed up, to open everything up. Feel free to take any extra moves if you like to sink your hips back. If you like barrel rolls with your chest or anything else that you like, go ahead and take those now. And let's do 1 more here. So we're going to do some heart openers today. Some of them you might recognize. Some of them you may not quite realize it's a heart opener because you do them all the time in class. Heart openers are my favorite. So come into that nice neutral spine again. Fingers long, gaze is just down on your mat, about even with your fingertips. Press into the tops of your feet, into your knuckles. And then you're going to reach your right arm forward, left leg comes back. Your toe can be down or it can be lifted, and bring it in. I'm just going to alternate here, left arm, right leg to inhale. Exhale, come back to that tabletop. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to tabletop. 3 more here. Take your time. So feel free to take any modifications you need, a break if you need it. Move with your breath. This is your class. I'm just here to guide you through, to kickstart your Friday morning, to get your body moving and open everything up. And we should be about done here. And then we're going to come down to your elbows. So you're going to bring your elbows under your shoulders. And you're going to take your legs long behind you. Come on down, lowering your hips. Elbows stay under the shoulders. We're going to come into Sphinx pose. So you're going to press into the tops of your thighs, press into the tops of your toes to activate your legs. Pull your elbows back towards you a bit and imagine your shoulder blades sliding down your back as you lengthen through your spine. Lift up through the crown of your head like you're growing a little bit taller. So your hips may be on the ground, your belly may be on the ground. I have big thighs, so especially when I activate them and press into them, that my upper body lifts up a little bit. So everybody's Sphinx is going to look a little different. Just want to really press into the legs, lengthen up through the spine, relax the shoulder blades down the back. And then on your next exhale, relax, bend your elbows, and let your forehead rest on your hands for a moment. Take a breath here. And let's try that one more time. Bring the elbows under your shoulders. Legs come straight back. Press into the thighs and the toes. Pull back on the elbows and then lengthen up through the spine. And again, imagine those shoulder blades sliding down your back. Maybe take a little turn to the right and a little turn to the left. Come back to center and then go ahead and release. Stack your arms and let your forehead rest for a breath here. Good, you're going to come back up to your elbows. We're going to mix it up here. Elbows under shoulders. You're going to bring your knees under your hips. Coming back sort of in that tabletop. This time you're going to tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back just a bit. Don't fully lengthen the legs. Keep a nice bend to the knees. Push in, this time push into your elbows, pushing yourself away from the mat, pushing your chest towards your thighs. Relax your neck and your jaw. Take one breath here with the shoulder blades sliding up your back. Let your knees float down. Toes come close to each other. Sit back, child's pose for a breath. And this time we're going to come into our down dog. So hands come under shoulders. You may walk them forward a little bit. Everyone's down dog is a little bit different. Press into your knuckles and think of lifting the heel of your hand just a little bit. Tuck your toes, press your hips up and back. Down dog. So feel free to keep a nice bend to your knees if that feels good here. And maybe pedal it out, move your hips side to side, whatever feels good here in your body. And again, so a lot of people have sore wrists in yoga, especially in down dog. So really think of pressing into the knuckles, lifting up a little bit through the heel of the hand to take some pressure off there. Let's take about one more round of breath in your down dog. And there are also some things you can order online. Looks like a little wedge that your wrist can rest on if you're having some wrist problems. Bring some stillness to your dog. Take a full breath here. Shoulder blades slide up the back. Relax your neck and your jaw. Knees can stay bent here. On your inhale, glance to the top of your mat. Exhale, step your feet forward. Take them a little bit wide. Stay folded. And let your head hang heavy here. Maybe you want to grab your elbows or let your hands hang down. Try and bring your chest closer to your thighs. Maybe sway side to side. Let your head hang heavy. Let your spine relax. Everything lengthen out. One more round of breath here. Good. Release your elbows if you have them. Heel toe your feet in just a little bit and roll up nice and slow. Stack your vertebra one on top of the other. Letting your head be the very last thing to come up here. And let's kind of get set up here. So bring the heels under the hips. Shoulders shrug back a few times. Bring them up and back, up and back. Opening up your chest and your shoulders. Also opening up your throat and relaxing your jaw. Let's take them up and back one more time. Chest is lifted nice and proud. Pull in these lower abs to bring that tailbone down a bit. Lift your chin slightly. Take a nice breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Take another big breath in. Fingers reach up to the sky. Palms come together. Exhale, bring them down to your heart. And your shoulder blades slide down your back at the same time. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Soften your knees and fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach for the sky. Palms come together, exhale to your heart. Let's do that one more time, and you can add a little back bend if you'd like. Inhale, reach up, maybe take a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Maybe take a little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, we're gonna add a little more movement. Inhale to reach up to the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. So fingers can come to your shins or your thighs, or if you have blocks. Lengthen through the crown of the head, gaze is straight down. Exhale to fold. Good, plant your hands, and you're gonna step back to your plank. So that can be toes or knees, whatever's more comfortable for you. And you're gonna take a breath here. Nice big breath. Lengthen through the spine, lift through the back of the body. Take a couple breaths here. I have a little friend here, guys, so take another breath. I have a little creature here. I'm gonna try and catch him real quick. So he's not on my mat. Good, and wherever you're at in your plank, lower down nice and slow to your belly. And we're gonna take a couple cobras here. And I'm just gonna move over here since my little friend's on the mat, my little spider friend, and don't wanna disturb him. So we're gonna take some spider fingers. Take your fingers up towards the corners of your mat, just your fingertips. You're gonna shrug your shoulders back, press into your fingers, press into the tops of your toes and your thighs, and gently lift your heart, lengthen through the crown of the head, and exhale to lower. You have two more like that. Press into your knuckles or your fingertips. Shrug the shoulders back, lift up through the heart, and lower. We're gonna take one more breath here as I look for my friend. I don't see him. He's black and my mat's black, so it's a little bit hard, and lower. And then this time you're gonna bring your hands under your shoulders. Fingertips are about where your shoulders are. Shrug your shoulders back. We're just gonna take it to cobra here. Shrug the shoulders back, press into the legs, lengthen through the crown of the head. Shoulder blades slide down the back and lower down. Then tuck your toes, press back to your knees, and then back to down dog. On your next inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, rise up. Maybe take that little back bend. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale to reach up. Soften your knees to fold. Halfway lift to that nice flat back and fold it forward. Plant your hands, step back to your plank, so toes or knees. Hug your elbows in, lower down to your belly. We're just going to keep it at cobra today. Shrug the shoulders back, lengthen through the crown of the head, press into the knuckles and the toes. Tuck your toes, press back to your knees, back to down dog. Take your right foot, step it forward, and then lower your left knee. So if you need to, you can roll up your mat. You can put a little cushioning under your left knee if it's uncomfortable. Fingertips rise to the sky. We're going to take a couple breaths here to get set up. You want your knee in line with your toe. Maybe pull back a little on that right hip. Relax the shoulders. And you're going to hear me say this a lot. Shoulder blades slide down the back. So it's really easy when you're working to have those shoulders come up. So shrug them back, opening up the chest. Shoulder blades slide down your back. Fingers stay energized, like you have lasers shooting out your fingers. And you're going to take one more breath here. And then we're going to move with that breath a bit. So inhale to lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, you're going to take a little back bend. So bend the elbows and look up at the ceiling. And this might be your back bend. This is a great place to be. Maybe you can take it a little bit deeper. Inhale to reach back up. And we're going to do two more like that. So take that little back bend, glance up at the ceiling. Come back to center. And one more time, take that little back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your left hand inside of your right foot to a block or to the ground. Right hand comes to your hip or the sky. Maybe you even want to tuck your toe and float your knee. If you want to open up your right shoulder a little bit more, take your hand to your lower back, maybe wrapping it all the way around to your hip crease. We're going to take 2 breaths while I check for my friend here. I just don't want to smash him. I don't see him. And reach your fingers up to the sky. Let your right hand come down to frame your foot. Step back to down dog. Shift it forward into your plank, toes, or knees. Hug the elbows in and lower. Inhale to shrug your shoulders back. Lift your heart, press into your legs for cobra. Tuck your toes, press back to your knees, and back to down dog. Left foot steps forward, coming into that lunge here, lowering the right knee, rising up. So again, maybe pull back a little on that left hip. Your knee and your toe are in line with each other. Fingers stay energized, shoulder blades slide down the back. You're going to get so tired of hearing me say that. Inhale to lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, take that little back bend. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, come back up to center. Let's take 2 more like that. Little back bend. Inhale, come back to center. 1 more back bend here. Opening up that chest a little bit more. Inhale, back to center. Fold forward, plant that right hand to the ground or block. Left hand comes to your hip or the sky, or maybe wraps around your lower back, maybe coming all the way to that hip crease. Maybe tuck your right toe and float your knee as well. So lots of options here for 2 breaths. So heart openers, sometimes I like to talk while you're holding things too. Take your mind off of that, help you breathe. Heart openers open up the chest to help you breathe better, to help your posture. And bring your left fingers to the sky. Let that hand frame your foot. Step back to your down dog. Shift forward into your plank, toes or knees. Hug the elbows to lower. Inhale, shrug the shoulders back, lengthen through the crown of the head. Tuck your toes, press back down dog. On your next exhale, step your feet forward. Halfway lift to that nice flat back and fold. Inhale to rise up. Maybe take that back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, reach up for the sky. Soften your knees to fold. Halfway lift to that nice flat back and lower. Plant your hands, step back to your plank, toes or knees. Hug the elbows into lower. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra, press into your legs. Tuck your toes, press back to down dog. Right foot steps forward. And again, lower that back knee. Inhale to rise up. We're going to take one little back bend. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale to center. Then we're going to take a twist to the right. So you can have arms long or elbows bent. Come on back to center. Fold forward, plant your hands, step back to that down dog. Shift forward into your plank. Hug your elbows to lower. Shrug your shoulders back. Lift your heart. Press back to that down dog. Left foot steps forward. Lower the knee, inhale to rise. One back bend here. Come on back up to center. Take a little twist to the left, elbows bent or arms long. Come back to center. Fold forward, plant your hands, step back to your plank, toes or knees. Hug the elbows into lower. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to down dog. Next, exhale, step your feet forward. Halfway lift. And lower. Inhale to rise. Maybe take a little back bend. Bring your hands down to your heart. And inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. We're going to mix it up a bit here. You're going to step back to down dog. So right foot, left foot, back. Shift forward into your plank. Lower down to your belly. Arms come by your side. Shrug your shoulders back, coming into half locust. So press into the tops of your legs, lifting your heart. Reach with your fingers. We've got 2 breaths here. You're going to naturally want to look up, but keep your gaze focused just past the edge of your mat to keep your neck nice and long in line with your spine. As you exhale, lower down. Pull your arms through under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press back to knees and back to down dog. And let's bring it down again. Shift forward into plank. Lower down, arms by your side. You can go with half locust or you can take full locust, lifting the legs. Shrug the shoulders back. Lift up. Lengthen through the spine. Reach with the fingers. Reach with the toes. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Move with your breath. And on your exhale, lower back down. Sweep your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press back to down dog. On your next exhale, step your feet forward to meet your hands. Halfway lift to that flat back. And fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, nice flat back here. And fold. Good, step back to that down dog. Shift it forward into plank, toes or knees, and lower down. Arms come back by your side. One inhale to lift up to half or full locust. Exhale, lower down and slide the hands under the shoulders. Tuck your toes, press back to down dog. And step your left foot forward. And then rise up into a high lunge. And then turn and open up so that your toes are out, heels are in, arms reach for the sky. So take a moment to take the arms wide. You want your ankles to be about under your wrists. So if you need to heel toe in a little bit, go ahead. I'm just going to move this back a little bit, just in case my little friend is still on my mat. I don't want to smash him. So I'll just, right here on the floor. Fingers reach up to the sky. So your spine is long, and again, what do I keep saying? Shoulder blades slide down the back. Fingers are nice and energized, palms face forward. You're going to bend your knees and bend your elbows. Goddess pose, shoulders stay over the hips, like you're sliding down a wall. So really think of shrugging back, opening up the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, taking a couple breaths here. If you can take it lower, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Depends where you're at today and where your body's at. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to pulse through it a little bit. Inhale to reach up for the sky. Lengthen everything up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Your elbows come back more towards the back of your rib cage than the front, keeping everything open. Inhale to reach up. Maybe lift your heels for a challenge. Exhale, bend elbows and knees and squeeze. One more time, reach it up to the sky. And bring it down. Pause here for one full breath. Good, lengthen the legs. We're going to stay in this position. Take a breath here. Hands can come to your hips. And then you're going to bend those knees again. Arms come out to the side. Take your right hand, take it to your hip or wrap it around your lower back. Good, take that left hand, same thing, take it to your hip or wrap it around your back. So shoulders shrug back, shoulder blades slide down the back, lifting your heart like you're nice and proud. Maybe lift your chin a little bit. Imagine your throat opening up. Take one more breath. Release the hands out to the side, lengthen the legs, hands come to your hips. How are those legs feeling? Woo-woo, didn't think you'd get a little leg out workout today, did ya? Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, or you can take them out wide, or you can lace your fingers behind your back or grab opposite elbows, whatever you'd like here. Yogi choice. Shoulders shrug back, inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Maybe take a little back bend, and then exhale, fold forward, hinging at your hips. So hands can come down, they can stay on your back, they can lift to the sky, they can stay out, they can come down. We've got 2 breaths here. Feel free to bend and lengthen your legs, reach for your ankles, soften your knees if you need to here. Maybe kind of sway a little side to side. And you've got one more breath. And then you're just going to take your right hand, stack your wrist under your shoulder. Left hand comes to your hip or up to the sky. And then let that hand come down. And then reach the right fingers up. Hand can come to your hip or to the sky. And bring it down. Heel toe your feet in just a little bit. Start to sit your hips back, bending your knees, coming into a squat. And if you need to, you can bring a block with you right here. And find your squat. So this might be your squat, and this is a great place to be if this is where your body's at today. If you can take it lower, take it lower. You want to keep your feet on the ground. It's very easy for those heels to pop up, so press into the whole sole of both feet. Find your squat, shrug the shoulders back to open up the chest. One breath here. Good, take your hands to your block or the ground. Gently lengthen your legs. Heel toe your feet back in. Inhale to rise up. Hands to your heart. We're going to come down onto the ground, onto your mat. You can have your block by your side. So to come down to a seated position, make sure your hips are about midway on your mat. Knees bent, feet flat. You can hold your legs, arms up by the side, or you can just roll down. However you need to get there. So take a moment, pull your heels in closer to your glutes. Take your arms by your side. We're going to do a few bridge poses. Arms by your side, you're going to press down into your arms. Press into your feet. I want your glutes to be the very last thing to engage. And when they do, don't let them engage too much. You want the rest of your body to do most of the work. Give them a little break today. So press into, and almost forgot that block. If you have a block, you can put it between your knees as well. So squeeze the block, push into your arms, push into your feet. Start to lift the top of your body. Try not to let these glutes engage. So that's what we're used to with bridge, especially if you work out or go to the gym, watch workout videos. Squeeze the glutes, press the hips up. But we want to give them a little bit of break. Pressing into the arms, squeezing the block, pressing into the feet, lifting through the chest, pressing into the upper back. Imagine that you have a little hook on your belly button and there's a hook on the ceiling. There's a string slowly pulling you up. And on your next exhale, gently roll down one vertebra at a time. Good, we're going to go again with that bridge. So again, press into the arms, press into the feet, squeeze that block if you have it, lift through the top of the body. And maybe this time, if you can lace your fingers behind you, go ahead. Maybe shimmy your shoulders underneath. Keep lifting up through the chest, up through the top of the body, press into the upper back. Take one more inhale, maybe come a tiny bit higher. Exhale to lower down, nice and slow. Good, so we've got two more bridges. This next one is one of my favorites. We use what I call robot arms. So you're going to bend your arms, palms face each other, fingers face up to the sky, just like your little robot. You're going to press into the back of your arms here. Press into your feet, squeeze that block if you have it, and lift up. Try not to squeeze the glutes. Lift through the chest, lift through the belly, lift through the hips and the thighs. Really press into your feet and the backs of your arms, upper back, and your breathing, of course, right? Nice deep breaths. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. On your next exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Good, so we've done all these bridges. This last one is yogi's choice. You can keep that block, you can do arms down, elbows bent. If you have wheel or back bend in your practice, or if you're working on it, you can take that now as well. Bringing your hands by your ears, fingers facing your shoulders. So whatever pose you're choosing, go ahead. Press into the feet, squeeze that block if you have it, press into your arms or your hands. Start to lift through the top of the body. Finding that pose, that back bend or that bridge. We're going to hold 2 breaths, but know that you can always come down anytime you need to. One more breath wherever you're at. Gently roll down. If you're in the back bend, come back to down to the back of your head first before you roll down. And then while we're here, let's give that lower back a little love. Bring your knees towards your belly. Keep the lower back on the mat. And you can rock side to side or draw some little circles with your knees. Whatever's feeling good here. Take about 2 rounds of breath. One more round of breath. Good. Bring your feet back to the mat. Knees are bent. Take your right ankle in front of your left thigh for a nice figure 4. Keep your right foot flexed and really think of opening your hip and your knee. You can stay here. You can bring the legs in towards your chest. Maybe grab your thigh or your shin. You want to keep your shoulders relaxed on the mat. So if you're up here, let go of that leg. Come on back down. Keep both feet active by flexing the feet. Both legs active by flexing the feet. And bring your legs in towards your chest. If you'd like, you can lengthen that left leg. Draw some little circles with your ankle to release the ankle, the shins, and the calves. We've got one more breath here. Gently lower that left leg. Right leg lifts up. And if you'd like, you can maybe grab the back of your thigh or your calf, or not, whatever feels good. And just bring that leg in towards your chest a little bit. Good. Gently bend that knee, bring your foot back down, and let's take the other side. Left leg lifts up, ankle in front of the right thigh. Foot is flexed, hip and the knee are as open as you can. You can stay here, or you can start to bring the legs in towards your belly. You don't have to grab that leg. You want to keep the shoulders relaxed down on the mat, neck and jaw relaxed. Maybe lift that leg and draw some little circles. Take a couple breaths. One more breath. Good. Gently lower the right leg. Lift that left leg up. And again, if you want to grab for your thigh or your calf, or just keep your arms wherever it's comfortable, think of pulling that leg a little bit closer to your chest for a couple breaths. And then gently bring that foot down. Good. You're going to take your feet and you're going to heel toe them about mat distance. Let me move my blocks out of the way here. Arms come out by your side, and as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the right side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. 2 more times each side, moving with your breath at your own pace. Nice deep breaths. Feel free to soften your gaze or close your eyes if that feels good. You've got about 1 or 2 more rounds of breath here. I lost count. Sometimes that happens when you're teaching. Once you've done both sides 2 more times, you can bring your knees into your chest for a little hug. So your Shavasana, everyone's Shavasana can look a little bit different. If you have a couple blocks, if you have a pillow, if you have a blanket or something to roll up, you can take a nice heart opener here, and that's taking, again, if you have blocks, take 1 block, low level, long ways, below your neck, between your shoulder blades. Your other block comes to the second height, comes behind the back of your head, knees bent or legs long, arms out to the side. If you have a blanket or a blanket you want to roll up or a pillow or something like that, again, you can put that, I like to put, if I have a bolster, right here behind my hips and come on down, letting your chest open up a bit. If that's not where you want to be today, you can come into regular Shavasana or any other pose. Just make sure if you're on your back, you lift up slightly, shrug the shoulders back, and lower back down. If you come to a seated position for your final pose, you can shrug the shoulders back, shoulder blades slide down the back. See, there I go again. And let's just get comfortable for a few breaths, softening your gaze, closing your eyes, whatever you'd like. Take a few minutes here to try and let go of everything. Anything that pops into your head, anything you feel in your body that doesn't need to be there, let it float away. Focus on your breath, letting your mind and your body rest and relax. Taking just a little more time for yourself this morning. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, taking as much time as you need. Whenever you're ready, you can come out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please stay well, friends. Rest, relax,